really just a cool nigga. You just truthful about everything.
Savage, you know who Akademiks is, bro?
I agree with you on a lot of shit, but folks ain't cool, bro. Not at all.
Why you feel like that? Why you
I'm
feel
just
like
saying,
that?
because I'm saying from the I respect the idea of it, but the way that the whole Chicago, the way how he was putting that shit, like portraying the shot like that shit was lame. And it was counterproductive for the city.
But why you say that? All right, so look, this shit go both ways though, because I ain't from Chicago, but I didn't learn about this shit that was going on in Chicago from Akademiks. That shit was going on, bro. He was just reporting it.
No, he wasn't reporting it like that. He was mocking it. It's different. There's no disrespect to him. Like, I don't got no personal beef with the nigga, but he was mocking it. It's one thing to report something, but to make a mockery of motherfuckers dying is something else.
Yeah. You feel like he was making a mockery? Why you feel like... I ain't really watched that shit.
Like and pushing the agenda, like certain niggas, like low key, like trying to say like certain niggas got certain niggas whack, putting niggas in weird situations, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
It's too much backstory shit. Like, if a motherfucker thinks something one way and then they look on the internet and see Act saying some shit, then it just makes it all worse. Like, if some shit happened between...
I don't know you know me, bro, but I deal with a lot of those people. You feel me? So I'm just asking you, what made you act? And I'm not saying in no disrespectful way, but what made you think like, yo, let me start talking about Chicago niggas?
I'm gonna be honest. As I said, I was running a hip hop page, which I covered hip hop news from every place. I don't care where it came from. If there was a nigga in Idaho rapping, I'll be covering that person, right? So it's not a place of... I've never been on some regional shit. Okay, niggas didn't even know I was from Jersey until I said it. So I've always just covered hip hop. I'll tell you why I cover Chicago in specific, because I was looking at my outlet as something just serving the people. And every time when I covered drill artists in 2012 to 2013, they were saying, because obviously, like, if Chief Keef is making a song dissing another person, right? And I cover anything about Keef that has to be related to that song. You know what? A lot of people who are in tune is gonna say, man, that's not fair if you're only gonna cover Keith, but not Lil J. Lil J was not a national figure. So I got a lot of those comments, and honestly, when I said, yo, listen, I'm gonna create a channel that I'll be fair on there, and I'll cover Lil J and Chief Keef, but Lil J don't belong on my main hip hop page because he doesn't have a hit song, and that's where I started at. Honestly, I learned a lot about Chicago. You know, like I would like to think that, you know, as time went along, and even up to the point where I stopped doing that, like I learned important lessons on like how I was doing it and what I was doing, and you know, at a point it even stopped because I just thought like, number one, it was a little futile in the reason why I thought I was doing it, and number two, that maybe, you know, the approach may have not been the best one, even though I thought it was when I started. So that's the reason why I just randomly just picked like it was the audience saying, yo, you got to cover, if you gonna cover drill, you can't just cover Lil Reese, Lil Durk, Chief Keef, and Fredo Santana, God rest his soul. You got to cover everybody. And then once I started, it really went down a different rabbit hole where, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like, and again, the approach, obviously, I think Savage initially brought it up. The nicknames and shit like that clearly was because I was doing it in satire a little bit. That's definitely regrettable. But yeah, I didn't just randomly just pick Chicago like, yo, I'm just gonna try to terrorize some shit, whatever.
You ain't pick Chicago because it was moving at the time. You like, fuck, this shit starting to move. Cause that's what it's saying. Like,
no, what he's saying is that he said his following had told him, if you gonna talk about anything, this is what you should talk about because this is where it's the most shit.
I ain't gonna lie though, when he started, right, Chicago was probably the most trending city in rap at that time, bro. It's like when Chief Keef came out, a lot of people was like, cause you know, ain't nobody Chicago besides Kanye West. It ain't been no young, like street really culture.
The world had never seen
that came to the world, right?
I don't remember
reporting. It's like everybody wanted to know, damn, where is this music coming from? Why is Chief Keef rapping about what he rapping about?
Needs a shakedown there.
Naturally, as a fan, a nigga gonna start digging into what's really going on. I feel like that's where it started at. But I do feel like the naming and the
personal opinion
makes people it might make a child be like, man, that nigga ain't no Grim Reaper, bitch. I'ma show you. Woo.
See what I'm saying?
I agree with that part of it for sure. But I also feel like him putting the spotlight on Chicago kind of help more people dig into it in a negative way and a positive way.
I mean, that's
I agree. I think that's fair.
A nigga ain't put the spotlight on the shop.
I would have never knew who the fuck Lil J was if I wasn't on Akademiks type shit. That's what I'm saying. And I'm from Atlanta. But the negative, I say the negative of that situation outweighed the bad a lot type shit.
You mean the negative outweighed the good?
Yeah, I'm strictly the negative.
Measy shakedown, that means.
And it look, just like I said, like you could talk to 1,000,003 motherfuckers about how they feel about what you did. Like I said, I get it, man. You was being a reporter, you was putting, and like I said, the world had, like we know, the world never seen no shit like that before. Little niggas in videos with guns and people dying and niggas saying smoking on this and what, they just trying to figure out what the lingo is, and that's what you was doing. And the only person, like outside of the rappers, you made a lot more money, and that's what Vic was saying to you. Like, I used to DJ for Vic. I remember when Vic had told us, he said he was going to, he originally said he was going to slap the fuck out of you. But, like, it was just like, it's too many people that have died behind your blog and what you said on your blog, and we just tired of it. Like, that, like, we all tired of it.
I ain't gonna lie though, Oreo, do you really truly in your heart, like his blog make people want to kill, like
whatever? No. Like you said, like me and you, like I said earlier, and you just repeated it. If he called Lil Reese the Grim Reaper, it's in our city. Oh, that nigga, the head nigga, his ass dead.
He put a tag on shit.
Yeah, he put a tag. And that's what I said. He may not have known what he was doing, and that's what made
him call the nigga a Grim Reaper. Where did you get your resources from?
It don't matter what at this point. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'd rather have y'all have this conversation on some private shit, bro. Cause like,
no. That ain't what I was meant. I ain't mean it like that. When I'm saying is that for you to call somebody that shit, you gotta really know what the fuck going on. You just giving niggas name. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, like what they saying, Akademiks, is the amplification. It ain't the shit gonna happen how it's gonna happen, but anything.
If you from Jersey, how you know to say certain shit?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said.
On Chicago business, just like
that's
Chicago
what I said. It's
New
just
York or Jersey business.
That's why I said you may not have known, but you were throwing gas on a lot of fire.
Yeah, it's different. Saying like,
go ahead, Dan.
Lil J,
you giving these niggas an opportunity to get their name.
All right, so look, let's do this. Like, if everybody can do this, act like for what they saying, bro. Pretty much is just kind of break down. Don't try to justify. Hold on, wait. Don't try to justify it and no shit like that, because I don't want you to. There's no justification for it. But just pretty much, I want to say, yeah, like not an overall apology, but do you even understand what they are saying and the effect of what you did had, and acknowledge it and just try to, you know, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
That's why I said everybody can say a million things about how they felt about shit from 7 years ago, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 years ago, and like let's just move on. Let's move forward in a different direction than before. Like I said, you done put a lot of bad shit up there about the city. Why don't you put up something? Why don't you put, and like I said, just take accountability and just be like, man, I'm just now realizing the effect of the things that I did and said on my platform at this amount of time.
But we also got, Oreo, we also just got to sometimes be quiet. Like, if you want to bury yourself right now, you can. But if you want to acknowledge what you're saying without you trying to put the words in the mouth, go ahead.
Hold on.
Act. Go ahead and say what you need to say. We gonna mute. Go ahead, act.
Yo, I feel like I've said this like 3 times already. Like, I explained not only just when it comes to I explained not only just when it comes to accountability for like, you know, even say the war in Chirac and just even stuff that was going on in Chicago. I talked about just media and any situation, especially with rap and hip hop. Like, I talked about accountability. I admitted there was accountability. I also admitted that as time went on, I learned more, especially about some stuff I was unknown about when initially all that happened. Also, some of the nicknames y'all are talking about, like, honestly, I'm gonna keep it true with you. I got all that shit on Twitter. Like, nigga, I just Twitter search. Like, nigga, that's what I'm doing for everything.
This ain't about where you got stuff or who said what. It is about just
Measy. But what I'm saying is that y'all are asking me for something that I've given 3 times. That I'm saying I do understand, and I've y'all are right with the accountability part. My only thing I said I'm not taking accountability solely for niggas dying. 100%.
No.
Nobody's going. Like I
I
said,
don't think you should. That ain't on you. What I'm saying is your accountability or your ignorance to the situation, not what happened. It's not on you, but your platform and
nobody's
understanding the
actually
value
take.
your platform brings to shit, bro.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. The only thing that I want you to take accountability for is the gas that you threw on the flame. And I don't remember you getting on your platform and saying, you know, these are the things that I have done and I didn't understand the effect that they have made taking in certain situations that I didn't understand in the city of Chicago. My bad. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you gonna do, like, Clubhouse ain't Chicago. It's Chicago natives in here. Go ahead.
And so, again, I feel like we're being counterproductive because everything y'all are asking, like, I'm giving. And I'm also...
I've never seen that apology, Act. I've never seen that.
Well,
Meezy, bring up
something. We said it was accountability. We said apology, we said accountability because I said like accountability. And by the way, then I gotta ask y'all, which platforms have y'all really followed? Have everybody in here watched at least a video or two in the War in Chirac? Also, have you watched my main channel? I've spoke about why I stopped doing that. Now, maybe you haven't heard, which obviously I have no problem coming back in here like a place like Clubhouse. I'll reiterate that, but. It feels like every day I wake up, y'all want me to just be like, yo, just let everybody know today, I'm sorry. Or, hey, I take accountability for this.
No, I'm not telling you to wake up every day.
If you listen to me live stream, I've explained why I could never and I would never do that again. Also, I explained why I stopped. I also explained some errors in judgment and why, you know, maybe having the good intention may have not been the best result. So I've said that on multiple of my platforms, whether it's the same channel that I created the thing on, right? I've said it on my live stream channel, which is my official live stream. I've said it on everywhere else. I guess like I'm in here listening to y'all either thinking I'm fighting against what y'all saying, which I'm not, or y'all saying we haven't heard it. And even when I'm saying, all right,
they haven't heard it.
Yeah, like everybody don't play games. Everybody don't.
Hold on, wait. Let me.
They ain't heard though, bro.
Hey, all I'm saying is, let's just say this, if I did some shit right, and even if I've said it to another platform, if it's people in my face that's affected from what I said directly, I don't mind saying it again. I'm not going to explain it in what I've said already.
But that's the thing. Said that. He just said he.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I've said it in this room. I've said it in this room a couple times.
In the last
it's like. Too. I said in the last room, I'm asking y'all, like, yo, what is it that y'all feel would be the appropriate way that I could be like, hey, I said it, and I don't mind keep saying it, but the way how y'all approaching it is like y'all feel like I'm fighting it, and I'm not fighting it.
Well, like, I ain't gonna lie. This is the one thing I just can speak for me and Savage that we want from you outside of, like, the drama. Can I say it?
What, nigga? How you just gonna say what I want?
Because I know, can I say it? Do I got permission to say it?
Go ahead.
We just want to roast the fuck out of you, bro. And you don't just roast.
I want parts of that too, big folks. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
man, bring my man Zona up there, please. Bring Zona up there.
I really just wanted to crack jokes on your ass, bro.
Hold on. Yeah, but I don't know if this is gonna put this shit in bed, but let me just say once again, like, for everybody. Oh shit! Somebody bumps me. For anybody who's in here and maybe you've never seen on my platform, you know, I started doing this media shit like really in 2011. I learned a lot of lessons. Like, you know, I delved into Chicago culture. You know, the way I did it, honest to God, I had pure intentions. I wasn't trying to, you know, just trying to escalate, instigate, as some people think that, you know what I mean, I be doing or whatever. But, you know, honestly, I do see the repercussions of certain things that I thought, you know, like, I'm going to tell you, like, the first time really a rapper even responded to me, I think it was maybe Dirk or, like, Lil Reese. And I covered, like, Kanye and them niggas wasn't, they don't even, at that point, they probably didn't know what YouTube was. But that was one of the times, like, I got some acknowledgement. And at that point, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know the full scope. And, of course, I wasn't on the ground in Chicago to know, like, you know, maybe what those conversations were because of maybe my videos. You know, as time went on, I started to learn the strength of my platform. And obviously, that's accountability that I'm taking because, you know, knowingly or not, you're still guilty. You feel me? Do I think certain stuff with the War in Chirac contributed to, you know, worsening situations and escalating situations? Absolutely. You know, was it my intention? No. Once I learned about that and I seen the state of shit, did I try to change? Yes. Did I also realize, yo, you just got to stop doing this particular thing? Absolutely. I stopped in 20.
Hey, Act, you saying that, Act, but you saying you just like that shit was 6ix9ine, bro. You was geeking that shit up, bro. That shit was real though. You know what I'm saying? This nigga coming to niggas' hoods disrespecting. Like, come on, man, you can't put that out there and expect to get. That's like clickbait. Like, yeah, we put him up there. You know,
I think he's taking accountability for that. But on some real shit, I feel like this subject is too delicate to even be in Clubhouse, bro. I feel like that's some shit that we need to just put y'all together. Y'all can discuss like in a private setting, because it's lives been lost, and Clubhouse is not the place to like try and amend some shit like that.
Hell yeah, that's right.
Hey, real shit though. Hey, look, y'all got something to tell you, bro.
Hey, Act.
Yo, it's good, bro.
Hey, bro, why you bought Selena Powell a G-Wagon, bro?
Man.
Bring him up on charges.
What the fuck are you thinking, bro?
Trick ass.
You tripping, bro?
Oh, man.
Nah, fuck that. Why would you dating her, bro?
What?
Hey, we really bought that girl a G-Wagon, don't you?
Yeah, he bought that damn girl a G-Wagon with his silly ass.
He's blushing right now.
Big face ass nigga.
She probably with it. She probably.
If that's what we love,
Bring up Zona, B.
She probably with that man right now.
Hey, everybody.
Y'all niggas cut it out. Y'all niggas, yo. Come on. Y'all know I ain't do that. Right? I know I ain't do that, right?
Hey, hold on, wait. You did that shit, and you kissed her in the mouth.
And you kissed her in the mouth.
Whoa. Don't bring up on those charges. Don't bring up on those charges, bro.
Now you know somebody gonna tell her you in here front on her name. Don't do that.
Hey,
don't you act that.
Hey, y'all go screen record us and send her, because that ain't never happened now.
What's up?
Hey, Beezy, you gotta make Twitter a Clubhouse next.